And we're back. And we're going to be playing another one today called Ira, which was a Kickstarter that we had on a week before I recorded this. I think it's a point-and-click adventure. It looks very... what is it? Wolf Among Us. Telltale. Looks very Telltale-ish. Alright. And I have no idea where my cursor is. I'd like... there we go. There we go. Alright. Alright. I really liked the style in this. The animation and everything was really interesting. Please note, the current Ira demo contains pre-alpha gameplay. Because it's still... The Kickstarter's live if you check it below, much like End of the Mine. So, you know, that's fun. That's cool. That's seriously awesome. The smell of rocket fuel hangs in the air, even this far outside of town. The year is 1932, and summer fades over the lands surrounding pilgrimage as launch day fast approaches. Anticipation fills the air, and the world's gaze is drawn to the tiny town as the final trains make their way into the station.
Good evening. You're listening to Pilgrimage News Radio, where the words are as true as they are fresh. I'm Cuddy Copper, and I'll be your host tonight. The town is abuzz to the launch of the Holocene only weeks away, and Pilgrimage will once again be thrust into the world's spotlight. Earth's first interstellar vessel will depart from the Pilgrimage Launch Center, traversing the void of interstellar space in order to explore the mysteries of the lithic system.
I don't think that guy's listening. He looks pretty passed out.
There may be a few left if you have the pocketbook. In other news, the Martian mining season is once again upon us, and many listeners have noticed the influx of seasonal workers in town. Keep in mind that the world...
I don't know if we're dealing with like an alternate timeline or if that year of 1932 is completely arbitrary. Maybe it's like 1932 on a different planet. I don't know. This is already pretty cool though. Interesting opening. Well, looks like it'll just be me and you riding the rest of the line, pal. Why? When's the next town? Next up the line is Pilgrimage, last town for 50 miles. Types like you and me ought to be steering clear there about now. What's so wrong with Pilgrimage? Well, you're not going to find any work there, that's for sure. Not unless you plan on hauling it up to Mars. Intel Company owns that town. Between the miners headed for Mars and that Holocene, doesn't seem like the kind of place I'd like to get caught up. Last ride out to Mars leaves soon, so miners are crawling all over that town. I know work's scarce, but damn. To be desperate enough to sell your soul to Intel Co. and go mine in the red sand? Okay, so we're on Earth. Poor bastards. Oh, this would scare the shit out of me. Nobody will even notice them, though. Everybody's got their eyes on the Holocene. All those rich folks heading into town for launch day. Intel Co. will be sure to keep types like us out of the way. It's all just profit for Intel Co. They don't care who has to suffer to make a buck. I already hate them. I think I'm supposed to hate them, but I already hate them. Pilgrimage, gateway to the stars. Gateway to nothing if you ask me. Whole thing's a sham. Folks there are as poor as anyone else. It's all a show. If you're living in that town, then Intel Co. is good as Intel Co. good as owns you. Nope, there's nothing for us there in Pilgrimage. That town is a dead end. A lot of exposition. Lots of exposition. Ah, and that's the famous. That's not famous. That's what like the thumbnail is. That house. Still miles from town, a tiny farmhouse sits alone amongst the fields, a place a young boy called Ira calls home. Oh, Ira! Hi there, I didn't hear you come in. Is that us? Is that Ira? I'm just finishing up the car here. Do you need something? Is there anything I can do to help? Oh, thank you, Ira. Sure, I could always use an extra hand. Just trying to get the car back up and running before I head out of time here. I think he's going to Mars. Before I leave, I mean. He's going to Mars. Can't leave you and your mother here all winter with the car breaking down every couple of miles. Because he's going to Mars. Aren't you excited to go to Mars again? Well, no, it's not like that, Ira. It's hard work, and it just feels very far from home. It isn't nearly as glamorous as all that Holocene business going on. I know you're interested in all that, all the buzz around a ship headed to a new star, but mining on Mars, it's just work. At least the car will be in good shape before I go. Did you bring me that wrench from above the workbench? Maybe? Here we go, now I get to play. I think that's the drawer, Ira. Okay, fine. Oh, we can just leave. Screw Dad. Here you go, Pop. Oh, that chin. For you, father. For you. Just a few turns here. Alright, now I just need the fuel line to replace this one here. Monkey-eared Ira. I think there's one out in the barn. Could you run out and see if you can find it? Okay. Sure thing, Daddy. I'm so confused as to the timeline. I want to know how they got to Mars in 1932. The night air was crisp. A cool wind in from the north catching blah 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 blah. The barn was way further away than it had to be, because I'm at the front gate like a moron. So who goes left at the beginning of a platforming game? How about we try going on the proper... Let's go swing for a bit. Oh. There's a tractor. Hello, tractor. My old friend, the tractor. Been dead for a million... Oh, Dad bought this before he married Mom. He said when he comes home from mining in the spring, he'll teach me to drive it. The hose from the gas tank is exactly like the one we need to finish the car. Take that hose or leave it alone? We'll leave it alone, because I think he said to grab the one in the barn, and he'll just be all like, meow, if we get the wrong one, right? Which called a cat. The darkness in the barn is thick, but moonbeams through the cracks just give it just enough light to illuminate a few boxes tucked in the corner. Sin? I know it's south and north, but something shifts in the upper loft, but it's out of view. And something else. Call up to the loft, 'cause you're not a moron. It called back. Ira's voice is swallowed up by the darkness. There's no response. Alright, fine, let's go see. Ira climbs the sheer ladder to the upper loft and peers over its edge. The moonlight quickly falls off to the blackness and nothing can be made out. Search the loft. Let's go down this road. I think we're gonna die. But that's okay. Ira steps into the silent darkness, but even from this closer vantage, nothing can be seen. Memory tells him he must be near the far wall, but the feeling is that of a man standing in an abyss. Feel around the room. I refuse! If we're gonna get killed by an alien... Ira's hands meet with a metal surface, smooth and cold. The object is large, taller than he can reach, and far too wide to put his arms around. It is sturdy and finely crafted, unlike anything else on the farm or that Ira has ever experienced. Ira's hands continue to probe the object, and he makes contact with glass, like a small window looking out from the strange vessel. He lays his palm upon the glass, and the startling feeling of nearness to another person falls over Ira. He recoils at the sensation. All of this is seemingly impossible, but in this darkness, reason has little place. Ira makes his way back down the ladder, unsure of what he'd found, and his fear subsided as he distanced himself from the device. Let's search the boxes. Find the hose. Might scurry out as Ira feels around in the boxes. He tosses aside old soaked rags, and his fingers quickly find the soft rubber hose. Ira tugs firmly, but is lodged between some rusted bits of junk and won't come free. He pulls again, harder this time, but the hose is lodged tightly. One final heave, the hose comes free, but knocks the box to the ground and sends its contents bouncing into the darkness. Ira's fist tightly closed around the hose. His hand flies upwards with force, bumping an old radio concealed by the shadows up on the wall, jostling it to life. Oh, okay, turned off. Ira looks around the darkness of the barn and is overcome with a feeling of unwelcomeness. He hurries out the door, hose in hand. Yay! Was that... Are we Clark Kent? Is this Smallville? It seemed like anybody else that cryogenic thing that he just found shouldn't be there. Or that it's like an alien that found its way here. Like... I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Father. Your hose. Ah, this damn thing. What? Oh, the hose, right. Hang on a second, the damn threads are stripped again. Cheap Intel Co trash. They make this garbage to last about a month, I swear. Biggest company in the world, so the bastards think they can do whatever the hell they want. They sent us off to sweat and bleed on Mars for the next to nothing. If it wasn't for the Union... Martian Mining Union. This is like... Oh my god, what is that name of that game? So most of us can barely afford to buy gear that isn't about to fall apart. The Martian one, where you're on Mars and you're a miner and it's like a revolution and there's a whole series. Can you believe that? We mine for them up on that godforsaken planet and we have to buy our own gear. It's a miracle we don't all die up there, but still, a lot for us to do. I'm so intrigued by this game. A lot of good men don't come back. There are too many windows in this town because of that damn company. Oh, widows. I was like, what the hell? Why would they give windows? Son of a bitch, this has all gone to hell now. Are you upset because Mom is getting sicker? Oh, so this is like the most depressing thing in the world. I get it. I can't. It's fine, Ira. Everything's gonna be fine. Just can't think about that. Not right now. We're gonna be alright. All of us. Why don't you head in? Your mother might need a hand for dinner. And I think they're doing a special about the Holocene on tonight on TV. You don't want to miss that, right? Go inside, Ira. I just need to spend more time out here getting this back together. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. No, it's not like that, Ira. It's not you at all. It's just everything else. I love you, son. I'll see you inside in a bit, okay? Aww. This game is so sad. I'm already very saddened by this. Dad's mining gear. I'm going to take it. Red dust still coats the mining gear after a summer in storage. Soon it will be a world away. The only thing between Ira's father and the harsh, cold Martian cold. Oh my god. Apparently I can't read today, so, you know, get over it. Ira? Oh, I didn't know you were asleep. That's alright, Ira. Not quite sleeping, just tired. Sorry for the voices. I can't help it. Just gonna watch that special on the Holocene with you, remember? Give me a few minutes. I need to wake myself up. Is everything okay? Of course. Everything is fine, Ira. Just been a hard week with your father getting ready to leave and all. It's nothing for you to worry about. Why don't you go watch your special? You can tell us all about it at dinner. I thought you was gonna watch with us. Oh, I never did start dinner cooking. Could you go and do that for me? All you have to do is put the pot on the stove. Everything is made. After you do that, you can go and get your father so we can eat. Okay, I'll go put dinner on and then go get Dad. That would be lovely. Do you prefer a more female voice? That would be lovely. I'll see you at the soon. I love you. No. No. This is so sad. It's such a quaint little home. I like their hexagonal furnace. We're gonna watch our special first? Interview with Edmund Henderson. Okay, we're gonna watch this first. Welcome to the Ed Sullivan Show.
Watching the nightly news.
Ew.
Joining us tonight. Never have to remember anything again. Schedules, notes, obligations, even your favorite recipes all in one place for the first time.
Huh.
Call your local Intelico retail.
No. Alright, let's turn it off. I don't think my special's on. I don't feel like watching it no more. I gotta put dinner on. Attic door. Nothing I need up there. Oh, crawl space. Yay. Stu! Howdy, Stu. How's it going? Oh. We have weird cupboards that are kind of bare. No pantry. And just kind of... I'll put a can here, or maybe one over there, or maybe a can up there. Now that I got supper cooking, I should go get Dad from the garage. Now that I clicked out of the game, I should really figure out what's going on. What? Wait, what? What's over here? Oh, that's my room. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Oh, we got like a ham radio. Go to hall. Go to hall! Yeah, it's like Austrian hell, maybe? I can't leave? Oh, go to hall. I thought they meant the radio, and I was like, what? Are you using your imagination to go to some hall? You are the one outside your room, because I'm a moron. I turned that the fuck off. I did. I turned you off. Oh, that's not good. It's stuck on. Something is wrong with the dials. Well, the furnace isn't on either. Okay. And yep, and we can't turn the furnace on. Let's just go get Dad. Oh, Mom's up. Where is she? We're in a holocene, aren't we? I have the feeling that we're in a holocene. The sound of water floods the senses, washing away an old reality, leaving behind only the shell of Ira's former life. That was a memory! Flashback! Memories ring like echoes, fading in a slow procession of years gone by. So was Ira the guy on the train? The past decays and the future remains unseen. Time presses forward blindly, unaware of its mortal passengers. I love that line! Oh my god! The flow of hours turning into decades carries Ira down its twisting streams. It carries his father to distant Martian lands. There's his field's intel code. It sweeps up his mother, his home, and his bearing. I'm so depressed right now. I don't even know why. There was a gravestone. And it carries Ira to places he has never known. Is this it? Is this the end? I feel like this is the end. Ira finds what feels like stability washing ashore on the rigidness of a moment, lost and alone. But a voice rises from within. It draws him back into the house, like a sign of hope through the murkiness of this reality. Okay. I thought the demo would be done by now. What is going on? Yay, now it's bleak on the inside. The call grows louder, guiding Ira through this tomb of something or other. Is that the Minecraft music? That almost sounds like the Minecraft music. Why is there an upstairs there now? Oh, that's to the attic. Oh. Let's go to my room, pig. I like that wallpaper. It's so pretty. What was there? That looks... There are Martian symbols? I'm guessing those are Martian symbols. It feels very Kafka, the writing in this. Oh, there's one on the floor, too. And they look very much like, crop circles. Right? Ah, we are going to play around with people's hearts, I think, in this game. The inner voice is clear now. It draws Ira up the stairs, promising escape. A familiar feeling comes with the attic, stale air, but it is fleeting. Oh, I moved my room up here, apparently. Let's go to Hall. Symbols. Distant voice rises through the radio static. This tone familiar, but the words too muffled to make out. Sound is barely audible, but Ira finds comfort in the noise beneath the static. Closing his eyes, Ira focuses on the voice. Words reveal themselves. How can we know where we've been? I can know where. Only by looking backwards. I'm trying to sound prolific? It is where we all have come from. That much is true. But knowing what has been is not knowing at all. Do you know where you will be? I can only go where I've been before. Nothing is certain, no one is set. Your perspective is flawed, but you must know that. Of course, because you don't have, the history of the future. You wouldn't have come otherwise. You couldn't have come. Without knowing what the future has, how can you have any perspective on the past? Do you know where you are? Of course you couldn't know, could you? Not in this way. Oh, it's a window. Wake up. Think we're getting out of the Holocene now? Nope. Now we are just on an acid trip. In the cryopod that we saw, yeah, that was a cryopod in the loft of the barn. Ira's mind slips through the years, escaping time, caught in the void. But the mind reemerges, called back into the slow march of time after years of suspension. Now he's a middle-aged man. Ira's head throbs with pain. He can barely focus on a single thought. The room is familiar, but it is a distant memory. His mind is unable to recall why he knows the place or when he has been here. This reminds me a lot of Puzzle Depot. In 3D. Oh my god. Central Terminal. How long does this game go on? This is a heck of a demo. Grats. Props to you guys. There's 2932, 3402 detected. Company bypass of faulty systems. Method failed. Please contact administrator. This whole time jumping and time slipping and losing time and that has really been a theme of gaming in 2015 and now 2016. The elevator's power returns with the crack of the switch, life returning to the terminal's dusty speaker. Voice emerges through the static. These rats again, destroying my ship wire by wire. Bat vermin, flee from the sound of my voice. I just repaired this unit, you miserable rodents. Although this is the first time the rats have powered up any systems, that is fascinating. Computer log. Record event on arrival to lithic system plus 1082 semicolon. Rats have transitioned from wire chewing to attempts at utilizing ship systems. Motivation unknown. I like this guy. Hello? Is there someone down there? You're not a rat at all. Well, I was hoping he'd think we were a bunch of rats or something. Ship's logs show that all the stasis pods gave out ages ago. It's a miracle the crew is not dead. Please excuse my informality. Allow me to introduce myself. This is your acting captain, assumed commander of the Holocene 2, the master of this vessel. It's good to have you in my service. It's good to have anyone in my service, actually. We're on a ship? Of course we're on a ship. You're aboard the Holocene 2, crewman. This seems to be obvious information. Your mental state may be worse than I expected. How would you describe your current condition? I feel like I've been hit by a truck. I don't have any records on the sensation of being hit by a truck. He's not human. For sure, he's an AI or a robot. But it is good that you're holding on to memories of Earth. Nostalgia is a powerful antipsychotic. We'll keep a close monitor on your status. Please feel free to report any feelings of nausea, increased heart rate, hallucinations, or the sensation of death. Given our situation, I'm clearing you for duty. Congratulations! You'll have some catching up to do, especially after the incident, but I'm sure you'll rise to the occasion. The obvious question, what incident? Ah yes, day 1 of arrival to the lithic system. The ship's automated systems were compromised. Ship system is flooded with electromagnetic interference, which wreaked havoc on the electrical grid. By the time I assumed the role of captain, the stasis chambers had succumbed to the surge. But the ship was saved! I took control of navigation manually, just in time, too. Our mission shall continue, though we may be delayed by the inconvenient mass loss of life among the crew. But you're here now! You're undoubtedly in a state of great confusion, allowing me to reacquaint you with a Holocene 2. Oh, allow me to reacquaint you. As you can see, the stasis pods will not be in short supply. This is depressing. Though their occupants will need removal. I can't imagine that would be a pleasant task. This is going way longer than I thought it would be. At least we'll be making good use of the airlock. I was wondering how you'd get rid of the bodies, but yeah, that makes sense. Welcome to the greenhouse level, where your stress will melt away as you watch the fruits of your labor grow and propagate. Speaking of which, you've been promoted to head botanist. What with the recent loss of the entire biology department, congratulations! Don't be intimidated by the state of this place. I trust you'll be able to get things in good order in no time. I would suggest making it a priority, though. Most of the food stores were vented into space 4 weeks ago. Ah. Are you saying that everyone on the ship is dead? Yes! No further explanation. Moving along! Okay. Moving along, moving along. Science! Welcome to the laboratory level. This is a research vessel, after all. State-of-the-art equipment should make light work of uncovering the many secrets of the lithic system. Can't seem to locate your scientific background in your file. But no matter. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the lab, make yourself comfortable, and you should be ready to assume the position of head researcher. Again, congratulations! Though I really must insist that you don't touch the particle accelerator before reading the manual. Even then, please don't touch the particle accelerator. Why are you showing this to me? Don't worry about taking it all in at once. I have several volumes of system manuals somewhere. You'll get there eventually. To the next level! Oh boy. Ah, my pride and joy, the heart of my ship, the engine's core. At my disposal here is the power to bridge the stars, to travel vast distances at great speed, to conquer the expanses. The would corrupt the mind of a lesser captain. But I assure you, you're in good hands. Just look at it. Take its striking potential. There's actually several pay grades above your clearance level. Why am I allowing you to see this? As your captain, I order you to erase your memories of this place. Do you even know what you're saying? Of course! I gotta get comfy. It's taking way longer than I thought it would. Our journey is nearing its end. You're about to enter the upper deck of the Holocene 2. Meet me! I was the monitor all along. This is the 1000th day in orbit of Hermes, on the outer rim of the lithic system. This is our designated rendezvous point with the crew of the Holocene. Protocol dictates we await docking instructions from the crew on the surface, which has yet to arrive. Am I the only one alive on the ship? Well, in a manner of speaking, yes. I am not per se alive, but I am still your captain. I expect to be treated as such. What I am is the Z-120 automated control system for the Holocene 2. Yes, Z. You're not the captain, you're not even a person. How about you're just a computer? Well, yes, that is true. But I am fully capable of my duties, despite my limited physical form. Besides, crewmen, with you here, the manifest has doubled. Now our mission is sure to succeed. Son of a bitch. Bridge interface? We could just leave, too. Why don't you go right at the airlock? I realize you're curious, but please try not to break anything. Hey, we saw one of those on the TV. Loading console systems. Engine core status. Engine core operating temperature is minus 179.2 centigrade. That is pretty... okay. Current power draw is less than 1%. Operating at 700% normal efficiency. Should remind you once again that the engine core is highly classified. Communications. And the static cassette emerges, a sound that was still ringing in the back of his mind. It flows through Ira's body. That interference has been flooding all over the standard radio channels since we arrived. It has made maintaining ship control something of a challenge. The worst part has been maintaining a stable orbit of our sensors required radical adjustments to make any sense of navigation readouts. It also may be what killed everyone. Why do I know this sound? You must be mistaken. It's quite impossible for you to have heard the sound. It is localized to the lithic system, and you only just awoke from stasis. Perhaps you're not even hearing the signal clearly. Allow me to amplify the receiver. Surge. Life support is going critical. You need to evacuate. Landing craft are through the starboard hatch. There's one lander reading is functional. I should be able to access these doors. Don't waste time, as this room could enter any moment. Run to Hall. We have gone to Hall again. I'm accessing the door's controls. Almost there. There, the door's open. Run! 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 Explosions everywhere. What is going on in this game? The system's interference is blocking planetary transmissions. I'm scanning the surface for signs of settlements. We're descending too fast. We need to decrease our speed. Brace for impact! The planet was a lot closer than I thought, so I was like, oh well. He was a nice guy, that Ira. I liked him. Oh, he's alive. And he's in Dagobah. No, Hoth. No, Hothgobah. There is a settlement. There we go. Act 1, Pilgrimage. Because we made our pilgrimage across the stars, all homeworld style. Crazy. Alright, that is the demo for Ira. So make sure, if you want, to check it out. The Kickstarter link is just down below. And that was freaking awesome. If you guys liked it and you want more, we'll definitely try and get them on the show. And I'd like to follow this game as it gets made. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. And I guess until next time, much love, and we will see you all then.